Sentencing a child rapist to 30 days in jail. Judge in question, Todd Baugh, knew that the 14-year-old who was raped by a 49-year-old teacher committed suicide after the crime, yet he imposed a ridiculous sentence anyway. Today, there was a major demonstration against the judge in Billings, and joining us from New York to discuss the case, Fox News analyst Judge Jeanine Pirro. This Judge Baugh, he is a grandson of a football legend, Sammy Baugh, and he made some inappropriate comments about the case as well. What were they?
Inappropriate. Look, on the one hand, Bill, he says that this 14-year-old student was chronologically or was emotionally older than her chronological age. He also said that she was as much in control as the 49-year-old teacher who raped her was, suggesting that the victim is the one responsible for the rape when indeed this teacher is convicted of rape. Instead of sentencing him to an appropriate sentence of 25 years, the judge decides to give him 30 days. Now, what is disgusting about this case, Bill, is that the 14-year-old girl at the age of 16 kills herself and commits suicide. So this judge decides, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say that this teacher should only get 30 days because, after all, he lost his teacher's job. And the problem is everybody knew he was doing this. He had been reported as having done this before. And he now comes out and says, after the national outrage, he says, you know, I really didn't mean to say anything negative about her. But the truth is the sentence was appropriate.
Okay.
Baloney.
Now, is there anything that Montanans can do to remove this judge?
Look, the legislature, I mean, they can impeach him with a two-thirds vote of the House and the Senate, except that legislature meets every other year. The Commission on Judicial Conduct can recommend that the guy be removed. If he runs for office again, they can decide not to elect him, or he can resign. He's already said, Bill, that he will not resign.
Yeah, he's not going to resign. This is a guy who shouldn't be on the bench.
No, he should not be.
There's no way.
No.
But Montana does have Jessica's Law, but because the girl is 14...
Instead of 12.
Right, instead of 12, and that's what's happening in another case here in Massachusetts we'll get to in a moment. So anyway, I just say to the people of Montana, impeach him.
Absolutely.
Impeach him. All right, get him out of there. Everybody should be involved. Now, here in Massachusetts, in a suburb of Boston, Norwood, a 20-year-old, Jamie Melendez, raped another 14-year-old, okay? And that woman's, she's now older. She's now 19, I believe. Her name is being withheld.
Of course.
This girl was a Catholic schoolgirl when she was raped, and she got pregnant, had the baby. Now this Melendez wants custody, some kind of custody rights in this case. Yeah. What's going to happen?
This is what happened. This man that you're looking at on the screen right now was convicted of rape. He's a 20-year-old who raped an 8th grader. There was no relationship between the two of them. He happened to know the sister of one of this young girl's friends and knew that her mother worked, so apparently went in there and raped her and threatened her if she said anything. Now, the criminal court judge made a decision, and Bill, I've been a criminal court judge and a family court judge. He makes a decision to send this case to family court, maybe because he thinks that the right sentence will be for this guy to stand up and support this child. Essentially, what the judge did was he said to a convicted rapist, I am now going to reward you by giving you a family, by giving you the say over where this child goes to school, what health care she gets, where she lives. And the mother is saying, wait a minute, I'm the victim here. I don't want money from him.
The mother don't want anything to do with him, but he didn't serve a lot of time in prison.
They gave him probation, Bill. Probation for 16 years. And during the course of the probation, he pays child support.
All right. Massachusetts, again, watered-down version of Jessica's Law. And because the judge took it out and put it in family court, then all of that, all those mandatories, and the judge knew that.
Of course.
So this is just, I only have 30 seconds left. Why do you think these guys are doing it, these judges? I mean, what is it that they have inside them that they won't punish
Bill, they don't
child
get
rapists?
Bill,
No, there's got to be more than they don't get it.
You know what it is, Bill? These are guys, and I was a judge, they sit in their ivory tower. They don't feel for victims. It's one case after another. A conviction is just a statistic to them, and they don't punish in accordance with the underlying crime. And it's time for the public to get outraged, which is what they're going to be doing in Montana.
I think these judges are sociopathic. I think they have no feeling.
I think that they've gotten to that
is.
point.
And I think there's a lot of them.
agree.
Right. It's the judges up here. That's what's wrong. Just because you're a judge doesn't mean you're a decent human being and you have judgment. Just because you're a judge.
I agree.
All
Absolutely.
Right. And lucky you do, Judge, and we appreciate you coming on. When we come right back from Massachusetts, the governor of Maryland says the lives of minority Americans are not as important as white Americans.